lead.
Enemy down! Incoming! Effective fire!
In the lead. Kill confirmed. Eliminate hostiles and secure their tags.
Multiple movements.
We're tied with the enemy.
Semtex up!
Loading fresh mag!
Friendly UAV online.
Grenade, get back!
Hostile Mosquito is online.
Frag out! Throw a shock stick!
Grenade, get back! Changing mags!
Confirmed. Hostile care package.
Reloading!
Deploy the Mosquito.
Frag out! Right behind you.
Come on.
Hostile Mosquito is online. Enemy is gaining ground. Push them back.
Don't put up friendly! Changing mags!
Kill confirmed.
We'll check the area. Almost security now. Hey, Frank. Number 2 on comms. We may be compromised.
Team deathmatch. You're clear to engage any and all hostiles in the AO.
Contact!
Taking fire! Reloading!
Grenade!
We've secured the lead.
On your 6!
Got contact!
The enemy's taken the lead.
On your 6.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Throwing grenade!
Grenade! Loading fresh mag!
Friendly UAV online.
Down!
Threats in the area! Enemy down!
Requesting recon flyover.
Copy. UAV is on station. Recon online.
Covering your 6!
Be advised, UAV is exiting the AO.
Covering your 6! Throwing grenade!
Throwing septics!
Check fire!
Reloading!
Friendly cruise missile deployed.
Changing mags!
Covering your 6! Right in the area! Fire!
Hostile Mosquito is online.
I am with you.
Mission time is not over. Maintain the
Loading
lead.
fresh mag. Taking fire.
Enemy contact!
Got contact. Reloading. Hostile eliminated.
You're halfway to mission complete. Finish it. Ready to deploy.
Need recon overhead.
UAV online and orbiting the AO.
Changing mags. Enemy KIA. Loading fresh mag.
I'm hit!
Semtex out.
Hostile cruise missile incoming.
Hostile eliminated. Reloading. Changing mags.
Reloading!
Destroying sector. Taking fire. Requesting recon flyover.
Copy that. UAV online and orbiting the AO.
Bring your stick!
Reloading.
Taking effective fire!
Be advised.
Enemy UAV active.
Grenade, get back. Got contact. Changing mags.
Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy UAV active.
Semtex out.
Hostile.
Ready for action. Need recon overhead.
Copy. UAV is on station.
Hostile counter UAV overhead.
Throwing grenade!
Taking fire.
UAV in the area. 1 minute remaining.
Destroying Semtex.
UAV is bingo fuel. RTB at this time.
Covering your six.
Enemy KIA.
30 seconds remain. Friendly UAV on station.
Loading fresh mag. Got contact.
10 seconds remaining.
Reloading!
Reloading.
never said I put it in my eye.
Hostiles in all directions. Clear to engage. Hostiles deployed a Mosquito. Hostile Mosquito is online. We're losing ground. Final minute. Seconds left. Hostiles launched a cruise missile. Hostile care package deployed. Hostiles deployed a Mosquito. 10 seconds.
confirmed. Eliminate our foes and grab their tags. Confirmed.
Damn it, I missed my revolver.
I've got your back. Hostile UAV in the area.
I'm getting lit up!
Hostiles. Nikolai.
Kill confirmed.
Still alive.
Hostile counter UAV overhead.
Switching mags. Hostile enemy.
Enemy down. Changing mag.
You got something you want to say to me?
Friendly UAV online. Confirmed. Tag secure.
Go. Loading.
Requesting recon flyover.
Copy that. UAV is on station. RTB at this time.
I got your six.
Schedule us.
Reloading.
Contact. Changing mag.
Friendly SAE on the way. Kill confirmed. Friendly cruise missile deployed. Friendly UAV on
Requesting recon flyover.
UAV orbiting down. The enemy holds the lead. Clock ticking.
Making effective fire.
Be advised, UAV is exiting the AO.
Got your six.
Switching mags.
Loading.
UAV online. Enemy UAV active.
ACS, out!
We're getting hit hard.
Got your six! Reloading! Taking fire!
It's taken the lead. Friendly cluster mine planted.
Enemy KIA. Check the fire!
Throw a grenade!
Friendly care package on the way.
Out!
The mission is complete. Good work.
Rolling.
Enemy here.
Swapping mags!
Enemy close.
We have taken the lead.
Loading fresh mag! Deploying mines!
One down.
We've lost the lead. Target area updated. Move to the hard point. The enemy's taking the lead. Hard point compromised. Secure the area. Hostiles launched the cruise missile. Enemies inside the perimeter. Hard point. Secure the target area. Confirming next hard point. Stand by. Hard point relocated. Secure the target area.
Contact!
Changing max.
Secure the area.
Variable. When people come to for healthcare, we think of addiction in terms of the DSM.
What's your fire?
It's the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual. It's produced by the American
We're secure the
Psychiatric
lead.
Association.
Enemies inside the perimeter.
It has a clear
Hard
definition
point
of
relocated.
addiction is.
Stand by.
Addiction.
We've lost the
Typically,
lead.
we think exhibit tolerance to a substance. They may go through withdrawal when they go
Hard
through
point
substance.
compromised. Secure the target area updated.
Increasing
Move to the hard point.
Hostiles!
Substance they may
Friendly UAV
Changing
active.
mag.
successful
We have taken the lead.
successful attempts to cut down their use of the substance. They may use it if they are having psychological or physical problems. These are sort of forms of addiction. So that
The enemy's taking the lead.
Reloading!
they typically another perspective.
Hostile mosquito is online.
On the chocolate or something, and that's a
Blood for
Push
blood.
them. UAV standing
there
by.
are other people who use the terminator.
Confirming next hard point. Stand by.
You can think about
Taking effective fire.
Standing by.
Aaron, for example, was an alcoholic.
Hard point relocated. Secure the target area.
Requesting recon flyover.
Copy. UAV orbiting the AO. Recon is online.
Certainly think that they have
Hard point compromised. Secure the
And
area.
there are, of course, there
We're secure
are
the lead.
social factors. Well, during certain points of your life, you may be more likely to be addicted to a substance because of some conditions, some or experience. You don't have a job. You don't have
Be advised.
substance.
UAV is exiting the AO.
Greater access to a particular substance than you normally would have. All of these things can increase the likelihood of someone.
Hard point relocating. Stand by. Target area updated. Move to the hard point.
What's your fire?
Addiction is compulsive behavior despite negative consequences. It's really important to start by defining addiction because for a long time we really defined it very poorly. We used to think
The
that
enemy's in
addiction
disarray.
was
Press
needing
the
a substance
advantage.
to function. And what that is that because cocaine does not produce physical withdrawal that is noticeable.
Loading fresh mag.
Freeze cocaine, but you won't be puking and shaking and
All
the
that you are.
Confirming next hard point. Stand by. Hard point compromised. Secure the area.
So cocaine wasn't addictive.
Hostile UAV in the area.
realize that defining addiction in that way not only
Hardpoint relocated.
harms,
Secure the target
people
area.
by telling them that cocaine is not addictive, it also harms pain patients because people who take opioids daily for pain
Secure the area.
unless they learning to
Enemies inside the
The
perimeter.
reason that I see it that way is because the biology of addiction unfolds in a developmental context over time.
Hostiles deploy the
Huge
mosquito.
amount of variables come into it, not just genes, and, early environment, also culture,
Hardpoint compromised.
family,
Secure. Hostile
the
cruise
way
missiles
you interpret
incoming.
your own experience. So, it becomes very complicated quickly. Addiction is a learning disorder because it can't
Hardpoint
occur without
relocated.
learning.
Stand
You
by.
have to learn to associate the drug with some kind of relief or pleasure. And you need to do that repeatedly over time before you can become addicted. This is why
Target area
a baby can't
updated.
be addicted,
Move to the hard
because
point.
a baby who is born with physical dependence on something like heroin doesn't know whether it needs a diaper change or just wants mommy or wants so that's another reason that it's really important to distinguish between physical dependence and addiction. So
Enemies
where
inside the perimeter.
you learn that this works to fix a problem, you basically then fall in love with the substance. Once you've fallen in love with somebody or something, in order to sustain that relationship, because the biology is going to tell you that your life depends on it.
Confirming next hard
It
point.
basically
Stand by.
acts in a brain region that is involved in survival and reproduction, and those are the two
Friendly UAV
fundamental
online.
purposes of biology. So that's
Hardpoint relocated.
pretty
Enemies inside the perimeter.
priorities tremendously. We don't really think about that when somebody falls in love, is married, and has a kid. We think that's very normal, and it is very normal.
Hostile mosquito
But
is
if you
online.
notice how people behave around love affairs, whether illicit or illicit, they will tend to put that first. And they will do things that they might not otherwise do in pursuit of that. And you can certainly see that when people have affairs where they will lie, etc.
Hostile
In
SAE,
order to
secure your
overcome
position.
addiction, you need to figure out the purpose of the addiction is serving.
Hardpoint compromised. Secure
In my
the area.
case, a lot of depression. I was I had a lot of difficulties connecting with people.
Enemies
I was
inside
also
the
sort of
perimeter.
overwhelmed
Hardpoint
by my
relocated.
senses and
Stand
emotions
by.
a lot of the time, and opiates turned that down very nicely. So I needed to sort of figure out, what was up,
Friendly SAE on the
and
way.
deal with those issues
Target
in
area
order
updated.
to
Move to the hard
be
point.
healthy
Friendly
and
Overwatch flow
full
inbound.
recovery. And that's different than people because they are going to have conditions that they are medicated with the drugs.
Hardpoint
I
compromised.
think
Secure the
psychedelics
area.
may be very useful in the treatment of addiction, but they are
Enemies
certainly
inside the
not
perimeter.
cure. I think it's very important to keep in mind that insight alone does not change behavior.
The
And
mission
with
is
drugs
complete.
like
Good
Ibogaine,
work.
which seems to help relieve opioid withdrawal, it's all well and good if you have a trip and then you are no longer physically dependent on the drug. But if you then go back to the same environment and you haven't made changes that are going to allow you to cope in a different way, you will probably relapse and end up back in the same situation. So while it could be very useful to gain insight on what's going on with you via psychedelics, this idea that there will be a sort of one-shot cure for addiction has been a tremendous problem in the field for a really long time. And I think it's really important for the people who are promoting the use of psychedelics in addiction treatment not to overpromise. Addiction is a very human problem. And this is often why people oppose and some people benefit from a spiritual solution to it. That's not to say we should treat medicine and medical conditions with spirituality, but the reality is that addiction and depression and a lot of other mental illnesses do often involve struggling with existential questions. And so it is not going to be the case that you can just put a brain implant in and addiction will go away without a big chunk of yourself going away. the Chinese are horribly experimenting with this horrific brain surgery where they ablate, i.e. burn out, the nucleus accumbens, which is basically the brain region that provides pleasure and motivation. And they think that this is actually going to cure addiction. Of course, what happens is you get people who are just anhedonic and who relapse because, now they have even less. So, this idea that we could use a drug that would block the effects of the drug of choice is generally misguided, because the problem isn't the drug of choice. The problem is why you use that drug and why those drugs appeal to you and why you are trying to get out, why you are trying to escape, and what you need in your life in order to feel comfortable and safe and productive. So I don't think that there will be future weird cures like that. But what I do think is interesting about the future of drugs is that you can make better drugs. Part of the reason that prohibition is collapsing is because of psychoactive substances or legal highs. And basically, you can make a new recreational drug sort of taking molecules of the other ones.
Team deathmatch.
Technically legal
All potential clear to
because
engage.
it's illegal. And what this reveals is that our system of making drugs illegal is completely irrational and based on prejudices. Has nothing to do with science. When we apply science, look at, people are always going to want to alter their consciousness in some ways. How do we reduce the harm associated with this? How do we create drugs or medications that will allow people to feel safe and comfortable in the world, but not be so distracting or problematic that they will not be able to get other people.
Fire!
So I think the future of drugs is better drugs. I don't think the future of drugs will be, or you could virtual reality, these kinds of things could all be very interesting. But I think that so long as people ask the question, why am I here? And so long as people use each other to love and connect, we are going to have people who want to find ways to make that work better.
Reloading!
So betrayal is a very tough thing, and it's part of giving trust. The odds are you will be betrayed at some point in time. So getting good at dealing with betrayal is really important. And I think it starts with realizing that you have joint venture the betrayal. You've had a part to do with it. It could be that you trusted when you shouldn't have trusted. You didn't think about whether the person had high character, was competent, and had the authority, and therefore shame on you. We don't like to take responsibility for that, but I think if you step back and say, how did I participate in this? I think that gives you insight. The first ability to start approaching it in a way that allows you to heal. Because that's really what you want to heal.
Changing mag!
And so I think it helps. So every time you're betrayed, you feel alone. You're like, why me? You have the poor me. And you feel like you've been attacked and it's all unfair. I think if you step back and say, everybody's been betrayed. Everybody knows what this feels like. And people get old, and therefore, I'm not alone in this, and I can learn from other people, and this too will pass. So sometimes when you're in the midst of it, and you're dealing with it, and it's acute, it feels like it's all you can think about. You wake up in the middle of the night, it's the first thing on your mind. You start your day, it stays with you throughout the day, and you start to marinate in it. And I think it's really helpful to step back and say, this has happened to other people, and therefore I will get through this.
Drop!
So sometimes people betray us, and it's not that serious. They didn't deliver a project on time or on budget, or they didn't get the report done right, or they didn't double check their spelling. Or there are all kinds of levels of betrayal.
I'm starting to crash.
And some of them really are just fumbles, stumbles, poor judgment, or whatever. Others are really very serious. Cheated you, or told a lie, or spread gossip, or something like that. So I think You have to sort of calibrate what is the nature of this betrayal. If it is one of the
Hold it!
Hostile UAV in the area.
many times
Enemy
it's really just a
UAV
question of
active.
having clarity around things and the betrayal is put down. If it is something more serious than that, it may take a whole lot more work,
Hostile
and
UAV
that
in
work
the
may
area.
not be worth it. In many cases, it is not worth it. Certain kinds of betrayal are just not worth fixing. So if you've been betrayed, there are sometimes there are elements. For example, if it's just bad information, you can fix it quickly.
Changing back.
Early on in somebody's career, fix it quickly. Don't let the betrayal fester. Don't allow it to go on. Deal with it immediately. So fix those kinds of things quickly, because otherwise they get worse.
Hostile
And
FAE
you may
near
bury
your
them for a
position.
while and see them raise their head in an uglier form
Hostile cluster mine
down the
detected.
road. Comes into assessing the nature of the betrayal. If it is a serious betrayal, an infidelity, something that is really attacking you at
The
your
enemy
core,
holds the lead.
many
Clock
divorces
ticking.
happen with this kind of thing, and it's really better off that people separate because there's no point in trying to make something work that just won't work. Within a company framework, I always say that you need to get the wrong people off the bus. There are people in most companies that shouldn't be there, and therefore you need to, it's kind of a betrayal of them to keep them on the bus, and they're betraying the company by staying on the bus. So I think some things you just have to address and respond to. So this is a betrayal. I'm not going
Friendly
to try to
cruiser
fix
missile
it.
deployed.
So the notion of forgiveness around betrayal is a hard one because we're hurt. We feel like we feel violent.
Contact!
But it's in our own interest. The worst thing to do
The
is
enemy
to
is gaining ground.
Recon
Push it back.
overhead.
Friendly UAV on
the best thing we can do is get over it. The way that I've done that is I really realize that when I'm starting to think about the future and I'm no longer waking up thinking about what happened, then that's a first step towards forgiveness. And so I think the faster you can get to the future, the more likely you are to be able to forgive. And so I always encourage people to get on to the next project. I had a young entrepreneur one time who'd had a difficult experience, and I said, go put some points on the board. That's the only way that you'll feel better is go score some baskets. And I think it's the same in betrayal.
Why do I get angry at these little things all the time? Why do I seem to be what I think is at my best when I'm tackling big problems? And you begin to look at those little things you do on a daily basis that are sort of defining how we're responding to the world. Why these little things make us angry. And you begin to alter those. Why, for something you think is good, thinking big, tackling big problems. I do. I'm really honest with that. Addiction is sort of the most extreme example of something we're all have. So all of us are pattern creatures that just repeat these patterns endlessly. And addiction is simply an extreme form of this. What this means, therefore, is in dealing with addictions, as in dealing with any of the patterns we're involved in as human beings, it's a very topical concern. Those patterns. So with addiction, what is it that's driving this endless repetition just over
Free for all. Safety's off. You're clear to engage all threats.
Makes at the little things that you can deal with. Oftentimes it can be the little fears and anxiety that get in, sort of in the middle of the night. And the place something brings back those fears, and it sort of goes begin escalating over the course of the day. To the object of one's attention. So it's the place to start then. So why does the fear sound? To break out of those first those are the ones that over time escalate and shift your larger scale patterns. Now, that's not to say you also have what we're saying. Don't do X. Don't do drugs if you're an addict. But the reason that can be so effective in the long run is if you're sort of breaking that, you're trying to break it at too late stage, like going away from all these things. Now, like that can be not so. Papers that are in space, papers why we run this off. They argue all the more. That's when you begin to make good breaks. And over time, that's how habits start to happen.
Differentiate ourselves from others endlessly. We have a model of self where the self is kind of like an avocado, right? We have a pit inside of us. The pit is our self, our essence, our identity. It is the thing to which we
Hostile cruise missile incoming. Enemy UAV active. The enemy holds the lead. Clock's ticking. Hostile UAV in the area. Ahead of you. Keep fighting. Remaining. Seconds remaining. 10 seconds remaining. Mission compromised. We failed.